Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Ducati has officially confirmed that Marc Márquez's GP25 and his brother Alex's GP24 are running different technical specifications this season. Despite homologating the 2024 engine for all riders, subtle updates have created a split within the Ducati garage. Here's how the Italian manufacturer is balancing innovation with reliability in its quest for dominance. Ducati's Thai Grand Prix was a masterclass in dominance, with Marc Márquez securing a flawless pole-to-flag double victory and the team locking out the top 4 positions. But behind the celebrations, team manager Davide Tardozzi delivered a sobering message to Marquez. Enjoy this, but stay humble. As Aprilia and KTM loom, here's why Ducati's early success comes with a warning label. Fabio Di Giannantonio defied the odds at the Thai MotoGP, battling a collarbone injury, extreme heat, and zero pre-season testing to finish 10th on his Ducati GP24 debut. The VR46 rider called his performance something really big, and revealed why Ducati's 2024 machine left him speechless. Jack Miller's switch from KTM to Pramac Yamaha has banished the dreaded chatter nightmares of 2024. At the Thai GP, the Australian grinned through crashes and chaos, declaring his M1 chatter-free, and his confidence restored. Here's how Miller reignited his fire in Buram. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Ducati's decision to homologate the 2024 engine for both 2024 and 2025 came after cautious internal debates during pre-season testing in Buram. While the GP24 secured last year's championship, Ducati engineers developed an updated 2025 engine. However, concerns about long-term reliability under new regulations led them to stick with the proven 2024 power unit. But not all Ducati riders received identical machinery. Motorsport has learned that 3 riders, Marc Márquez, Pecco Bagnaia, and Fabio Di Giannantonio, are using a tweaked GP25 specification. Meanwhile, Alex Marquez, Franco Morbidelli, and rookie Fermin Aldeguer remain on the standard GP24. The GP25 spec includes minor updates based on feedback from Marc and Pecco. The changes are minimal but tailored to their riding styles. The Thai GP highlighted the strengths of both specs. Marc Márquez dominated with the GP25, winning both the Sprint and Grand Prix, while Bagnaia claimed third in both races. Meanwhile, Alex Marquez stunned with 2 second-place finishes on the GP24, and Morbidelli charged from 9th to 4th in Sunday's race. The results suggest Ducati's split strategy is paying off. While Marc's GP25 benefits from refined aerodynamics and engine mapping, Alex's GP24 proves the 2024 title-winning bike remains a formidable weapon. Marc and I have similar braking styles, but the GP25's corner exit feels sharper. Still, Alex showed the GP24 is no dinosaur. Quote from Pecco Bagnaia. Ducati's dual-spec approach was made possible by homologating both engines before the Buram opener. Under MotoGP's rules, manufacturers must freeze engine designs for 2 seasons, but Ducati exploited a loophole to tweak ancillary components for its factory riders. Meanwhile, Aprilia and KTM have also locked in their 2024 engines, while Honda and Yamaha continue developing under concessions. I don't feel disadvantaged. The GP24 is a bike I know well, and if I'm fighting for podiums, why change? Quote from Alex Marquez. Ducati's split strategy has raised eyebrows, but the results speak for themselves. With Marc Márquez back to winning ways and Alex proving the GP24's worth, the Bologna Bullets show no signs of slowing down. Will rivals like KTM and Aprilia close the gap? Stay tuned as MotoGP heads to Argentina. The Thai GP weekend was a showcase of Ducati's relentless engineering and rider talent. Marc Márquez, in his second race with the factory squad, dominated every session. After snatching pole by 0.213 seconds, he controlled both the sprint race and Grand Prix with clinical precision, finishing over 3 seconds clear of his brother Alex in Sunday's main event. Pecco Bagnaia, the 2023 world champion, secured third in both races, while VR46's Franco Morbidelli charged from 9th to 4th in the Grand Prix. The result marked Ducati's, cementing their status as MotoGP's benchmark team. 4 Ducatis in the top 4? It's incredible, but not surprising. We've worked tirelessly to ensure every rider, from Marc to Fermin Aldeguer, has the tools to fight. Still, I told the team, this is just the start. Quote from Davide Tardozzi. In Parc Ferme, Tardozzi pulled Marquez aside for a private debrief. While publicly praising the Spaniards' perfect weekend, the Ducati boss admitted to delivering a reality check. I told Marc, this was great, but Buram suits you. Wait for the European tracks, he's always been strong here, aggressive braking, late apexes. But circuits like Jerez or Mugello demand different strengths. We need consistency everywhere, Tardozzi revealed to GP1. Marquez's ability to extract 2 to 3 tenths per lap over rivals mirrored Bagnaia's form, but Tardozzi emphasized that Ducati's 2024 bike is still evolving. Pecco isn't at 100% with the new chassis, and Marc is still adapting. When they both click, we'll see something special. Despite Ducati's dominance, Tardozzi singled out Aprilia as the dark horse. Jorge Martin, the 2024 world champion sidelined by a preseason wrist injury, is set to return at the Spanish GP. Armed with Aprilia's upgraded RSGP, featuring a revised engine and aerodynamic package, Martin could disrupt Ducati's momentum. Jorge with Aprilia? That's dangerous. He knows our bikes inside out, and Aprilia's engineers are relentless. We need to bank points now because when he's back, the fight will be brutal, Tardozzi admitted. Alex Marquez's standout performance on the Euro GP24 also raised eyebrows. The Gresini rider's back-to-back podiums proved Ducati's 2024 title-winning machine remains competitive, adding pressure on the factory team to justify its GP25 upgrades. The GP24 isn't obsolete. If I'm fighting Marc and Pecco now, imagine when we get to Europe. Quote from Alex Marquez. While Marquez grabbed headlines, Bagnaia's Thai GP performance flew under the radar. The Italian struggled with rear grip in qualifying but salvaged podiums in both races. Post-race, he hinted at unresolved setup issues. We're close, but not close enough. Marc's riding style gels with the GP25's front-end strength. My feedback? We need better edge grip mid-corner. Ducati's Thai GP triumph was a statement, but Tardozzi's cautionary tone underscores the marathon nature of MotoGP. With Aprilia's resurgence, KTM's stealthy progress, and Yamaha/Honda rebuilding under concessions, the title fight is far from decided. Next stop, Argentina's Termas de Rio Hondo circuit, where Ducati has won 6 of the last 8 races. Can Marc Márquez extend his lead, or will Bagnaia strike back? Di Giannantonio's 2025 season began in chaos. A freak wheelie accident at Sepang last month fractured his left collarbone, the same shoulder that underwent major surgery after a 2024 Austrian GP crash. The injury sidelined him for all but 1 day of preseason testing, leaving him unprepared for his GP25 debut. Worse, factory Ducati riders Marc Márquez and Francesco Bagnaia opted against using the GP25 upgrades during testing, denying Di Gia critical setup data. By Friday practice in Buram, he was riding a bike he never tested, with a shoulder he couldn't train. My physical condition in my upper body is 0. I haven't done a push-up for 6 months. Racing in MotoGP without knowing the bike? It's been hell. Quote from Fabio Di Giannantonio. Di Giannantonio qualified 13th but suffered in Saturday's sprint race as track temperatures soared to 50 degrees Celsius. I got burned on the hands, legs, neck, completely burned, like never before, he said. His team made overnight, artistic modifications to shield him from the heat, including homemade heat deflectors. The fixes worked. Di Giannantonio fought to 10th in Sunday's Grand Prix, narrowly losing 9th to Nia Bastianini's KTM on the final lap. We found some solutions for the heat, some were a bit artistic, but we never gave up. Proud of the team, proud of me, proud of everyone. Despite his struggles, Di Gia was awestruck by the GP24's performance compared to the GP23 he rode last year. The 2024 bike, built for Michelin's latest tires, delivered staggering gains in power, traction, and agility. Last year, people said the GP23 and GP24 were almost the same. No. It's like another world. The power is insane, the traction unbelievable, and the turning. I'm speechless. Teammate Franco Morbidelli underscored the GP24's potential by finishing 4th. Di Giannantonio's focus now shifts to regaining fitness and unlocking the GP24's full potential. With his shoulder healing and more seat time, he's confident of closing the gap to Ducati's factory stars. The only thing stopping us from an outstanding performance was my body. Once I'm 100%, we'll show what this bike can really do. Fabio Di Giannantonio's gritty Thai GP performance proved that even adversity can't dim Ducati's brilliance. As the Italian rebuilds his strength, rivals beware. The GP24 is a beast, and Di Gia is just getting started. Next stop, Argentina's Termas de Rio Hondo, where Ducati has dominated since 2022. After switching from KTM to Pramac Yamaha this season, Jack Miller is already reaping the benefits of the change. The riders, which previously suffered from persistent rear tire chatter, often seen shaking violently through corners, now delivers a steadier performance. Miller was quick to note the difference. Miller's relief is palpable, as the absence of chatter has not only improved his bike's stability, but also restored his confidence on track. Well, the rear tire is not trying to fall out of the bike every time I go into a corner, so that's a positive. It's very nice not to have chatter. That's why I've got a big smile on my face every time I get off the bike," he added. The Thai GP weekend wasn't without its challenges for Miller. Although he qualified 4th on the grid in Buram, the Saturday sprint saw him crash out of 6th. Yet Miller's positive outlook remained intact. Reflecting on the incident, he remarked on the clarity that comes with racing experience. "Even after a crash, you understand why it happened. After 3-4 months off the bike and not being competitive for quite a bit of time, it's nice to be back at the pointy end and challenging those guys." This resilience marks an important comeback for the Australian, who is now ready to push the limits at a track where every rider is in peak form following extensive testing. Despite the crash and a loose fairing that complicated his Sunday race, Miller's performance in the main event of the Thai GP has been a testament to his renewed form. Although he was in 6th for the first half of the race, he eventually salvaged an 11th place finish. Notably, he remains the top Yamaha rider of the event, with KTM's Brad Binder trailing in 8th by just over 2 seconds. Miller's ability to maintain a competitive pace despite early setbacks signals his readiness to contend with the season's elite. His remarks underscore not just the technical improvements on the Pramac Yamaha M1, but also his determination to re-establish himself among the frontrunners. Jack Miller's promising performance at Buram heralds a new era in his MotoGP career. With the chatter issues behind him and a revived competitive spirit, the Australian is poised to challenge the top riders in the coming races. As the 2025 season unfolds, all eyes will be on Miller to see if he can capitalize on this early momentum and consistently perform at the highest level. Stay tuned for further updates from the MotoGP circuit. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you next time.